me, goo me, goo. You can call me my IKU.
Hi guys, welcome to Corpse Party Book of Shadows. When we last left off, it's been a bit since we played this. It's been a bit. Let me just load up my chat. There you go. As always, we got the bouncing music for such a game like this. And yeah, when we last left off, we were doing Miss Yui's story, which was literally probably the most calmest chapter we've ever played. Nobody died, I think. Nobody died besides an old lady, and I don't even know if she died or not. Richie's probably toning me out right now.
I know about the old lady.
Okay.
I was with you.
Just making sure. But yeah, literally the calmest chapter we probably could have ever gotten. And I don't know, that makes me scared for this next chapter that we're going to be playing, which is called Purgatory.
It's like ghosts and shit, right?
Yeah. And I think by the end of the series, I'm gonna have like something prepared for us, so we can just like look back at the very like first series that we're gonna do that we did already. So I'm just gonna like, we're gonna probably do like what's it called? Richie, I hate you so much.
Sorry, I just listened to music.
Yeah, you're just jamming out over here while I'm trying to explain. God, I hate it. We're gonna do
Okay,
like
continue.
we're gonna do like what's it call it? I forget the
montage.
name. Not a montage. Well, we're gonna do like a watch
Editors.
through, like a editor's cut sort of thing, where we just watch through. It's not an editor's
A
cut.
review?
A review is sort of like where we review our older stuff, and the reason why I decided to do some of the things I did during the series, and vice versa for Richie. Why he decided to bring Richie? What the frick are you doing?
Sorry, I got chalk all over my shit. I gotta try to get it off.
Oh my god. Yeah, but
I'm
it's
very
gonna be a pretty
ADHD
fun
today.
because I'm just gonna be looking back. We're just gonna be looking back at older stuff and talking about what was going on in our minds and stuff like that when we were doing that kind of thing. Because I feel like we've just been doing a lot of like voice acting and stuff before that, instead of like actually like well, not experiencing, but actually like telling you guys what was going on in our mind. And I feel like it's probably better if we like, you know, act out the videos and then experience it ourselves, and then talk about what we you know, summarize basically what we felt during this whole thing, because I don't think we've put enough attention to that really. When I look back in our videos or our streams, it's always like we just finished a chapter and that's it, where you just like basically did the voice acting and stuff and that's it. But we've experienced some good bits of stuff here. So without further ado, let's get into Purgatory. That stuff is gonna happen by the end of the series, so look forward to that. I don't know what's gonna go on. Like Purgatory, I don't know. Who's Sayaka?
Our friendship will last forever. It will never die. I don't know who this is. My mind was. Oh, never mind.
I'm just gonna do the narrator. Okay, I'm gonna talk about that later. Actually, never mind. My mind was in a daze. The lights on the ceiling were spinning, moving in and out of one another, alternating between hazy and distinct and forming spiral patterns in my eyelids. I was being jerked along the ground by my legs like a heavy sack of rocks. I could feel every step he took vibrate across my entire body. But I couldn't do anything to stop it. I could no longer move of my own accord. I just kept getting dragged inch by inch across the filthy floor. Then eventually he stopped and threw me down, and I rolled hard onto my face. I was helpless before him. Well, I don't know who that is actually.
Me.
Okay.
I don't know who it is either. A whimper! What the fuck was that?
The piece of chocolate had fallen out of my pocket. I was pretty sure
Oh.
it did anyway. And I wasn't about to let anyone else have it. Give it back, you bastard.
Girl, I just want some chocolate.
The large man took my crumbled form and roughly flipped me back over my legs as if I were nothing more than a doll twin. I was facing him from the middle of the hallway as he readied his enormous hammer and looked right into my eyes.
What the hell?
Was this it? Was I going to be killed now? Please, God, no. I was terrified, but not entirely. After all,
She's coming to save me. Oh! Naho, coming. I know she is. She'll always come. She's my friend.
Hmm?
Yuck!
Ooh. I don't know what you're voice acting for, Richie. That
Me
other
neither.
person.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to. I just did it because out of the blue. Wasn't gonna let the silence rule.
Well, I was gonna do it.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, there. So it's the other bit. Okay, that we saw in the beginning.
I forgot. Wait. Let me remember her name. Let me remember her voice. Okay. You can do that. There you go.
My name is Sayaka Oe. I'm a junior at Paulina Academy High School. I'm just a normal girl, but my job conflicts with my studies, so I don't go to school at all that often. And this was the first day I'd had free in a while. So I called my friend, Naho, and we spent the whole day together, having a blast. The last event on our schedule was Twinkle Girls concert. They play every so often at a local venue called Club Beta.
Sounds so beta. Wait, hold on. I'm
Sounds
doing this
so
real quick.
beta.
I'm doing this real quick because I need to.
Club. Oh, I'm gonna make some noise. Woo! Yeah, I love this show. Yeah, they're so good. I forgot what's the name of the band again? And they're all so incredibly cute. I try to catch them whenever I can. Recently, Twinkle had been performing on evening request shows, and they've been getting more and more attention as well. They should, you know. Move your mouse, please.
My bad.
I joined them on the program a few times myself, and the group I like to keep in touch and through text and tweets. Ooh!
Yeah.
I'm so crazy. My eyes met with Naho, and we both put our hands in the air like we just didn't care.
Is that the game?
Yeah!
Is that the car from the game? Oh, there's cars from the game. What the heck? Oh, that spooked me.
So cute!
I don't know. I'm trying to remember her voice. Thanks, Sayaka.
Yeah.
Twinkie's the best. I think I'm in love.
Right? Aren't they awesome? I mean, their moves in the last song?
Oh, I remember. Check it. Check this out.
Whoa, you got it down, girl. Though I think your hip movements are a teensy bit off.
I think her voice was a teensy bit lower. I'm trying to remember again.
Oh, shit. Outside Club Beta after the show, fans were hanging around the street corner immersed in the lingering rhythm of the music. I wanted to ride that wave myself, but I didn't like the idea of blocking the road in the process, so Naho and I just pranced our way back to the station.
Hey, check it out. I bought a towel. There you go. I'm gonna go with that one.
Naho began waving around the towel she'd bought at the merchandise booths after the show. She looked like the matador taunting a pop idol. The new #1 fan. That's excellent. I'll have to buy one next time myself.
Oh, it's still only 9. Hey, Sayaka. Let's say we drop by Gus on the way back. Come on, let's get ourselves some sweets and eat.
Sounds pretty sweet to me. Lead on. Sayaka is me.
Hee Give me a strawberry milk flan special, please. She doesn't act like this in the game, though. This is really weird.
I know.
This is why my voice is not fitting her that well.
Whatever it was Naho had ordered, it sounded completely alien to me. The heck is that? Sounds super sugary.
Something that'll put me in 7th heaven. That's what. It's covered in milk and ridiculously delicious.
This is Naha Sanoki. We're in the same school, same year, and same class. Our backgrounds are sort of similar, and, well, we talk all the time and eat together and stuff. But most of all, just look how cute she is when we're together. She even makes me a gal like me all wobbly. I love this little lady.
Point is, it's good, and you're welcome to try some if you'd like.
Why, thank you. As for me, I'll believe I'll go with the butterful pancakes. Coming right up.
Yeah, I did it. Coming right up.
There we go.
Who does that sound like? I don't know.
They do say girls shouldn't ingest a lot of calories after 9 at night. But hell, we hadn't eaten anything all day, so I figured why not indulge a little.
La 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 la.
Naha was gazing longingly at her towel while singing the melody of one of the Twinkle songs. She usually is a really cool and collected person, so I bet our classmates would flip if they saw her like this. It was only when the two of us were alone together that she let loose with this feline-like personality of
that's what
hers.
it is.
It's always made me feel really special.
So she does act like that other way around other people, but with her, she's like more loose. I see.
You sure seem to like you had a great... You sure seem like you had a great time. I'm glad you could join me.
Hmm?
Yeah! Now slowly raised her head up, looked into my eyes, and wow. What a gaze that girl had. I felt like I could lose myself in those perfect peepers. Huh. Something wrong?
I'm worried about you, Sayaka. You haven't been getting enough rest lately, have you?
I completely hid in my fatigue, but Naho somehow saw right through me. I can never keep anything from her. Yeah. I haven't really had any weekends the last 2 months.
Voice acting, soap operas, online radio. Yeah, I can definitely see the problem.
I'm not voice acting. I'll bet you're the one to talk, though. Radio ghost hunts and... Oh yeah, aren't you supposed to be in that movie too? Totally jelly, by the way.
I'm just an extra. I'll be sitting behind Takumu Saito, eating French food. Hooray for me!
I like the French.
I didn't announce that yet, though. Where'd you hear about it?
On Mr. Taguchi's blog, of course. He wrote a ton about it. And all in boldface, and he told everybody to cheer you on as loud as they could.
Oy vey.
Her expression twisted into an aggregated blah pose, and she sprawled out across the table.
You can't say anything around that guy.
For a while, I gazed at Naho, who had placed her chin on the table and puffed her cheeks. Not sure how to break the silence, I tried switching subjects. Oh, hey, Naho! For my next radio show, I'm doing a special on scary stories. The deflated Naho suddenly reinflated. Guess I piqued her interest. You've got a great voice, and I'd love to have you as a guest speaker. You can be my expert commentating on ghost stories submitted by listeners. Her head is still glued to the table. Naho fell deep into thought. She seemed oddly concerned. I couldn't miss the momentary twinkle in her eye, though. Success! I just needed to rebait the line, and she was good as a caught. Come on, please. For me. My listeners know we're friends, and I get a lot of messages asking why you haven't been on the show. Yet, you'd be a good hit, big hit for sure. Making up my own words. But more than anything, I really just want to see what it's like to co-host a show with my bestest buddy, Nahoo!
Meow meow. Huh?
Oh, she mewed. She was showing interest. I wouldn't take much to get her to pounce on this old yarn now.
The frick. Meow! What the frick? What?
Come on! Come on!
Meow.
This was a thing that just sort of happened between us sometimes. She turned into a cat and I play a part of her master. There's some fancy cat food in it for you if you say yes.
What's that supposed to mean exactly?
I'll treat you to Cafe Oui, Fenol. Sound good?
Ooh!
Naho's face lit up.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah! Thank you. I love you, Naho.
Meow.
Okay, you're such a fucking bitch. Just eat your food. My green light. My smile couldn't have been any bigger at that moment. Naho's popularity had exploded recently, so she'd been having a hard time managing all the requests she's been getting up here on other radio shows. I've been hoping to get a chance to tie her work together at some point, but I never imagined it would be this easy. I choked down a flan. So, with that out of the way, we sat back and enjoyed the hell of our butterful pancakes and strawberry milk flan special. And before we knew it, it was past 10 o'clock. Now and I stood up and started on the road home, giggling and chatting the whole way. So now, when are you going to school again?
Plan on it tomorrow. I've been ditching class a lot for work, but they said I should at least show up to hand in my report.
Oh, okay.
You're going to have to turn it in too, you know? They'll be asking for next time you're there.
Really? Well, whatever. It's just a report. It'll work itself out if I stay up all night.
Oh hey, you want to stop in and buy and grab Kibiki's new book? You've been dying to read it, right? And his place is on your way, so...
Oh, yes, please.
Right this way then, madame.
This French shit is my shit. Naho's house was literally on the way home for me. Or rather, Mr. Kibiki's house, since that's where they've been staying for the last little while. Due to the various circumstances, Nao had been commuting to school from here rather than living with her parents. Supposedly she moved to study with under Mr. Kibiki like his Padawan. She was always willing to go through that extra mile, and I always admired that about her.
Kibiki, I'm home.
Who's Kibiki?
I'll be Kabiki.
Welcome
think you
back.
were.
Not too cold out, I trust.
Yeah, you were.
Nah. Ah, hello, you must be...
I was nervous as he looked me over, but he had the very kind eyes. And a man, was he ever hot? Like old school Japanese style hot. Good evening. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Sayaka Ue. I bowed quickly and Mr. Kibiki flashed a gentle smile.
I'm Kibiki. Thanks for always looking after Naho. She talks about you quite a lot.
I'm so glad. I've also heard a lot about you, Mr. Kibiki.
A laundry list of failed publications, no doubt.
Oh no, that's not true at all.
Hey, Sayaka, since you're here, why don't you stay for tea or something? Kibiki bought some really amazing second flush...
Darjeeling.
Darjeeling? Oh, I just stumbled across that.
Well... I kind of felt like I was being put on the spot. I mean, it was already late. I doubted Mr. Kibiki was too often keen on playing host. I mixed words up.
You don't mind, do you, Kibiki? Of course not. Though you'd best give your family a call and let them know where you are. You wouldn't want to worry them after all.
Thank you very much. I hope it isn't too much trouble.
Please, make yourself at home.
Dude's got a killer smile. It was easy to see how Naho's got so into him. Oh my god!
Alright then, come on in.
In the front of Kabiki, Naho returned to her usual cool self after calling home, and passed nervously through the living room, feeling a bit like I was imposing. But what a living room it was. The furnishings were fusion of Japanese and Vietnamese style, and everything just looked really posh and inviting. This place is incredible.
Go ahead and leave your bag over there, and please get comfortable. I'll put on the Darjeeling?
Darjeeling.
Darjeeling.
Darjeeling. Darjeeling.
Darjeeling. I don't know.
Oh, thank you very much. God, you're so hot.
Thanks, Kabiki. It's no problem after all. I was looking to drink some myself, in fact.
Kabiki to another room. His smile never once fading. A total dreamboat all the way. Now gestured me for to sit, so I cautiously plopped down myself an expensive-looking sofa. Whoa! I'm sinking!
Sayaka, just relax, okay? I'm going to go hit the little girl's room.
Okay, he'll be sinking when you're here.
Go for it.
Okay. Now I began walking out of the room, chuckling at my swiftly sinking form. Mere moments later, though. Ah! Did you say anything?
I did. I don't know if
I
you
didn't catch it. I didn't catch it.
My mic must have like peaked and like it caught out.
That sure caught me by surprise.
The stream got it though.
turned
The
in
stream 100% got that noise, so it's okay.
I turned in the direction of the stream concerned. Yeah, I can't hear some of your things.
It probably got capped.
God.
Wait.
Oh, that's you.
God, Tatsuki, Taguchi, lock the damn door when you're in there. Who's?
Sorry, Naho.
Oh, it's the camera guy, isn't it?
Sorry, Naho. That's what it was, yeah. I heard the door slam shut with incredible force, so that was and the infamous Mr. Taguchi. No love lost between those two, it seemed.
The nerve of that guy.
Having peeked to check Mr. Naho, having peeked out to check on Naho, Mr. Kibiki again withdrew his wide-eyed face to the kitchen, laughing softly. I swear I could look at him all day. Oh my god. He's so hot. Trying to savor each single drop of deep crimson liquid in my cup.
Evil.
I slowly and carefully imbibed the tea that was placed before me. Whatever blend Kabiki had brewed bore a flavor unlike anything else I'd ever tasted. It's wonderful.
Excellent. I'm glad you like it.
It's got such a complex taste and aroma. I always thought all black tea was the same, but then at my house we only have one kind that comes in tea bags.
There's nothing wrong with tea that comes in bags. It's gotten quite good these days. In fact, this is just the way I'm used to drinking it.
It's really delicious, Mr. Kabiki.
Isn't it about time for you to go home to Taguchi?
Oh, come on, Naho. Don't be like that. Ha ha ha. Taguchi may have been her elder, but he was completely outmatched by Naho. Those two had a pretty fascinating relationship all their own. Actually, you know, I do have a rental video to return at the end of the day. So I guess I should probably be leaving after all.
More porn?
Well, no! What do you mean by more? Anyway, if you'll excuse me.
Techno break. Death by fat.
Naho faced Mr. Taguchi and posed as if she were shooting a beam of light at him, like some kind of legally unnameable SNAS superhero. I'll see you tomorrow, Mr. Kabiki! You too, Naho!
Actually, I'm going to school tomorrow, so no you won't.
That's a surprise.
You just keep on keeping on, Takuchi. Rock
I
those
hate that.
29 years of insubstantial accomplishments.
Man, you're ruthless! Taguchi staggered to the door and vanished into the outside world, utterly defeated. Watching from next to me, Mr. Kabiki simply waved his hand and smiled. God, he's so hot. I should be probably going to. Thank you so much for your hospitality.
My pleasure. I'm sorry we can't offer you any more.
Oh, please.
Well, Takuchi's gone. He's got a pretty good head start, so I don't think you have to worry about running into him.
Wow, you are ruthless.
You're welcome back anytime. Please be careful on your way home.
Thank you so much for everything. Have a good night, please. I stepped out the Kabiki's lovely home and Naho walked me out to the corner. The air felt crisp and cool against my cheeks. It had been a positively lovely day all around. Before parting ways, I lent to Naho on one of the Twinkle CDs I had in my bag. Then we hugged and it became a short walk back to my own house. And then I got shot. Thank you,
What?
Naho. Oh, that's you. Shit.
Thank you, Naho. This case you discovered with Heavenly Host Elementary, it's absolutely remarkable. If our investigation bears fruit, this could very well turn the world of occult research on its head. It's too good to pass up.
Daddy's not breathing.
Just a dream. Huh? I have to write this down. Sacred Ground investigation file 02 K Prefecture Heavenly Host Elementary currently under investigation. Further progress. Encountered fierce spiritual resistance while simply searching the Shinozaki estate. Right side of body paralyzed, left eardrum ringing. Orbs visible in photographs. Influence confirmed. Severe dizziness, nausea, bloody BM experience. Symptoms persist for weeks. And unrelenting nightmares on top of all of that. This really is way too dangerous for them. Kibiki and Takuchi don't know how to protect themselves from spirits. They shouldn't go at all. My name is Naho Stanoki. I traveled the country investigating reports of haunted locations.
Assuaging.
Assuaging. Clients' fears. Assuaging? Oh, assuaging.
Yeah.
Clients' fears and doing whatever I can to help them. Recently, strange and unpleasant things have begun happening to me. I'd been investigating a certain haunted ground for the last month and encountered a malevolent will more powerful than anything I've ever experienced. I attributed this to the paper doll I brought back with me, of the sort commonly used in curses. No doubt a bad idea, but invaluable for research. This is the reason
I hate that.
Sayaka asked me to be on a radio show at the restaurant earlier. Ghost stories can actually provoke the spirits involved in them. I was afraid that whatever entity had latched on to me me might have some negative effect on Sayaka as well. Fortunately, aside from wreaking havoc on my physiology. Physiology? Is that actually how it's spelled? What the frick?
Yeah, physiology.
This spirit didn't seem to be affecting those around me in any way. If I could just keep it under control, I was certain my appearance on Sayaka's radio show would go off without a hitch. Kibiki?
I'd gone to the kitchen
It's
for a glass
Johnny.
of water. And though I hadn't noticed on my way down, I saw Kibiki fast asleep on the living room sofa as I headed back. Kibiki? You're gonna catch a cold down here, you know, Kibiki. Sound asleep. Oh, Kibiki, you're so cute.
He's so hot.
Kibiki had pulled an all-nighter last night, so I was pretty sure he'd sleep well into the afternoon. There we go. A nice warm blanket for you. Sweet dreams!
Oh my god, he's hot when he sleeps.
Spirit research is a decidedly dangerous field. Numerous people had warned me not to get in too deep. So why did I do it? For Kibiki, of course. If Kibiki could make progress on his occult novel through my research, if he could succeed in all his endeavors, then no price could be too high, I felt. For his respect and admiration, I'd happily sacrifice anything and anyone. Yeah, it's definitely too dangerous to send Kibiki and Takechi to Heavenly Host by themselves. I'll have to make sure I go with them. I took Kibiki in and returned to my room, realizing he'd still be asleep when I left for school. I decided to write him a note.
You're gay.
Just as I was concerned for him, Kibiki was worried about putting me in danger as well, stating his prior intent to go to Heavenly Host with Takechi instead. I was so flattered by his consideration that I just didn't have the heart to lecture him about how ludicrously bad an idea that was. Let's see, to my dear mentor.
I want to say Sayaka loves him too. The time is now 11 in the
I
morning.
was waiting for that.
Here's the latest news of the day. The body of a schoolgirl was discovered in a plaza near escalators at the southeast exit of Tokyo Shinjuku Station.
Good morning, Naho. I wanted to talk to you about that Tenjin urban legend you found. I really think that it might be a bit too dangerous to bring you along, so Takechi and I should probably go by ourselves. Huh? She's not here. Come to think of it, she did say she'd be going to school today, which is rather unlike her. As usual, everything is in perfect order in this room, like night and day compared to my study. What's this? A note? To my dear mentor, for you, I'll go to any lengths. Based on my findings from the old Tenjin town records, I feel more confident that it is possible to return from the school using the escape plan we discussed. But you and Takechi don't have the ability to resist spirits like I do. It'd be far too dangerous in there for just the two of you. So, when I get home from school today, I'll be joining you in performing the charm of the Sachiko Shinozaki. I don't hold out for much hope in our success, but if it works, you're seriously going to get the scoop to end all scoops. If I can help make the lightning strike a third time for you with your editorial department, then you totally owe me dinner. Naho. Thank you, Naho. But I really can't allow you to put yourself in danger like that. I know the escape plan. I'm going to go with with trusty old Taguchi, and you're going to wait for us here. I guess I should write her a note to that effect. Richie.
Good morning, Mr. Kibiki! Are you awake?
Well, he's full of spirit today. Perfect then. Let's not waste any more time. Oh god. And then they went before her, and that's when she chased after them.
Mr. Kibiki! I went to school as soon as I finished my morning recording session, but by then it was already lunchtime, and Naho had skipped class, as fucking usual.
We've never had so many like different perspectives. We had like 3 so far. Freaking this girl, Naho, and then the freaking Kabuki. God.
Kibiki.
Kibiki. Are you sure it's Kibiki?
But I knew where to find her. Work may have kept her out of school most of the time, but when she did come, there was one spot she always chose for lunch. She liked to get away from the noisy classrooms to eat in peace, and I knew this because, well, I did too. This wasn't just her spot, but it was mine as well. We'd probably get in trouble if a teacher ever found us there, though. See, the lock on the doors leading to the school roof just happened to be broken. So, what a nice breeze! And that sunlight, too? Absolutely magical. There was a fence between the buildings to prevent students from falling, but it wasn't very high, so getting over it was a fairly simple task. I'm gonna go kill myself. Ah! Alley whoop! I crossed the gap, mindful and stray gusts of wind. The best shade was on that side.
Oh god, we can't have that on YouTube.
So as long as I didn't look down, it was well worth the effort.
Oh god, that's not allowed on YouTube.
And there she is. Oh no! As expected, she was nestled right into her usual spot.
Change from this? I don't want to get banned.
The site was positively pictureless. A high school. Go. Keep going. Keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep clicking. Keep clicking. Sayaga. Okay, yeah. I get it.
Okay,
I get it. There we go. Nope, no problems at all. They were A-okay with it.
Oh, seems you've trained them well.
What are you implying? So hey, that book from Mr. Kibiki you lent me yesterday? Freaking awesome!
Right? Didn't it just totally suck you in? I love how it goes on and on with the psychological descriptions of the first murder scene. That protagonist is totally nutso.
Yeah, I wish I hadn't been reading it in bits and pieces during my work commute, though. Kind of took me away from the tension, but I can't wait to read more.
Yeah, just keep at it. It's gonna blow your mind. Oh, yeah, and that Twinkle CD you lent me? To die for, seriously.
Really awesome! I'll bet you recognized a bunch of those songs from the concert, right? You should check out some of their music videos sometime, too. So cool. Maybe I've got one on my phone that I can show you now. Nope. Guess not. I'll have to give you a train check on that one.
I wonder if there are any good fan-made ones.
Good call! If there are, I totally want to see.
Okay, I'm back.
What happened?
My mom.
Oh.
Okay.
I already said it. Oh.
The bell.
Oh, 1 o'clock already? Well, I've got an appointment I can't miss, I'm afraid. Guess I'll see you after school for recording. It's at 5:30 in the East Shinjuku, so we should probably meet at 4 behind the school gate.
Okay. You said behind the gate?
Really? What are you, 5? Naha was cool as a cucumber, just like always. Today's recording was sure to be a blast. Oh, that's you.
This one's persistent. I'll give her that. Blood? Really? Is this curse honestly affecting me all the way down to the cellular level? Seriously, how long are you planning on haunting me?
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's installment of Sayaka Ue's Love Braver. The night don't start till I pour out my heart. So let's get pouring, shall we? You'll never guess where I went today. I went to school to meet up with a friend. Actually, it was the first time in a while I could just kick back and relax. We talked forever, like forever. But of course, the real reason I went was to learn stuff and junk. Of course. They're laughing at me in the control booth. What's going on in there, fellas? Huh? The thought of Miss Ue's actually going to school is hilarious. Hey, come on, I go to school. I do. I'm a high school student just like everybody else my age. Don't laugh. You're trying to say I'm too old. Too cool for school? Seriously? Stop it. You're going to give me a complex. Some days, you just can't win. You know? All I wanted to do was say how great school is, and look what happened. I'm a laughingstock. Well, I'm glad you guys are having fun, at least. Let's enjoy our half hour together tonight to the fullest. Braver!
Sayaka's on-air personality was incredible. I was absolutely listening to a pro at work, and she had me hooked on from the moment the show began.
Okay, that wraps up the intro. Miss Inoki, please head into the booth.
On my way. It was my turn now as guest speaker. Then I entered the recording booth. When I entered the recording booth, Sayaka sat facing her mic and waved me over.
Hiya, good friend.
I returned Sayaka's cheery smile and sat myself in front of the guest mic that had been prepared for me. But something felt wrong. Very, very wrong. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Holy frick! Oh no! 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 I didn't like that camera pan at all.
She said yeet to the other side of the room. What's the matter?
Bull frick! I don't like that. I don't like it! I feel like when the camera pans over again, she's gonna come closer. Oh my god. It's nothing. I just felt dizzy for a second.
Well, the camera's on you now, so wear your cutest face, okay? Look at my mole. I just
Copy
realized
that.
she has a mole.
Grin. Bull
It's just screaming in the background.
was the daughter mentioned in my research on the Shinozaki family. This was Chichiko. She was the one who detached herself to me. Her eyes were black and hollow, with no discernible pupils at all. She sat utterly emotionless, but I knew she was watching me, waiting, biding her time.
Who the fuck is that girl?
My hair stood on end. Blood rushed to my head, and bile surged into my throat. The Shinozaki curse was far too powerful. I couldn't suppress it.
Oh my god, there's a little girl.
And it was clear Sayaka couldn't see her. This was bad. I had to be careful not to let Shichiko interfere with that recording.
Oh my god, hi, so...
Okay, we're back. Start with the listener mail.
Alright, folks, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. The topic of this week's Try to Do a Thing workshop is... Can I go home now, please? What do you mean, no? Come on, be a sport. Guess there's nothing I can do about it. This week's topic is, that's right, try to tell a scary story. Yikes! Man, I told you all I didn't want to do this one. So why'd you guys send in so many responses? We actually received a record amount, you guys. Far too many to tackle by myself. So, I've invited a guest to help me out. Hey, don't run the applause yet. I haven't even said who it is. Or has everyone already guessed? Because it's totally who you think it is. The pro with the know-how, spirit investigator extraordinaire, as beautiful as she is brainy, it's a high school paranormalist, Naho Sonoki. Give it up for Naho!
Good evening.
Thanks so much for coming.
No, thank you. It's an honor to be invited.
Oh, how about that, everyone? So mellow, so modest, isn't she just a bee's knees? Naho and I are actually going to the same school. We're even in the same class, isn't that right? We hang out a lot. In fact, Some of you clearly knew that, and we have been outright demanding that Naho make a guest appearance for quite some time now. Well, your wish is my command. My pleasure, in fact. I think I may even be more thrilled to have her here than you guys. Anyway, given today's theme, Naho seemed the perfect guest, so care to get us started with some choice words for any evil spirits that might be listening.
Yeah, evil spirit that might be. Tremble on the border between this life and the next, under my 7 stars.
That's what I'm talking about. Those ghosties got to be shivering in the air, ethereal booties after hearing something like that. So let's get right into the listener letters, shall we? Here's a scary story from one Junpei Nagi of M City in Tokyo. Ah!
In my experience, adverse spiritual manifestations from my research had always been easy enough to keep at bay with my powers, but this one was different.
Oh my god!
For this energy to be completely visible in broad daylight, I've never seen anything like it. Ugh, this is bad. My head is splitting, but the cameras are rolling, so to speak. So I had to at least keep myself from coughing up blood again.
Oh my god. Naho was grabbing her skirt tightly with both hands, muscles completely rigid. In my mind, was she actually getting nervous? How I'd like her.
I like the perspective change. The perspective change is too funny.
I kind of grinned internally, but at the sight of her now acting girly and scared, it was adorable. It was like to say, but I still had to show to host. Dunk! I slid open the door, and there before me, I saw a pair of eyes staring intently right into my very soul. Wow, that was super freaky. How about it, Naho? This has got to be fake, right? Mr. Mizuno of Kyoto is just pulling our leg, right?
He may be, but with only this evidence to go on, it's hard to judge the authenticity of the claim.
So what you're saying is it might actually be real?
That is a possibility, yes.
Oh no, please! Actually, I've noticed something even more frightening since the segment began. Now your focus keeps drifting over to the corner of the booth.
Well.
Don't tell me there's somebody there, is there? Oh, I'm getting the chills. Do we have another guest with us today? An uninvited one? Please say no.
No, we're fine.
This seemed to be a perfect twist up to the tension in the segment, but the look on Naha's face suggested I may have been on something which was terrifying. Her guest spot on the show may have been fun and games, but I knew Naha was about well-versed in spiritual matters as they come. This gave her a great deal of confidence, but unbeknownst to me, that confidence was beginning to unravel around her. She was in one way over her head, and by the time she would not be able to realize this, it would be too late, and not just for her.
Great work, everyone. That's a wrap.
The recording ended without incident, as far as anybody knew.
Huh.
Sayaka tossed.
Wait, what? Whose perspective is this now? Is mine?
Sayaka tossed a piece of chocolate into her mouth. I think it's just regular. So if you want to talk it, that's fine.
That she seemed to have brought with her. She was as casual and relaxed as can be.
Mm-mm. So, out with it. Did you see something in the booth or not?
No, I didn't see anything.
You're a fucking liar.
I glanced back into the recording booth. Tsuchiko's spirit had disappeared a little while ago. I felt it was best to act as if nothing had happened. I had successfully managed to steer the topic of conversation elsewhere. Until...
What the?
You can be the producer.
Huh. What's wrong?
Was someone talking out here during the recording?
No way would any of us make a rookie mistake like that.
You wouldn't be able to hear us from inside the booth anyway. There's something on tape, though. Sounds like a voice to me.
Huh? Where?
Here, during this exchange.
Mr. Mizuno Kyoto's just pulling our legs, right?
He may be, but with only this evidence to go on.
I'm only hearing those two.
You don't hear a third voice?
Mr. Mizuno Kyoto's just pulling our leg, right?
He may be, but with only this evidence to go on. Right there, after Miss Shinoki says he may be.
Mr. Mizuno is Kyoto, just pulling our leg, right?
He may be, but this is too much. But with only this evidence to go on.
Pulling our leg, right?
He may be, but with only this evidence to go on. This is- I
We gotta slow it down, we gotta slow it down. Oh god, there is a voice! It's saying... Right?
How did you make that voice? He may be, with only...
You got to be kidding me!
It's in the recording, for sure.
That's so creepy! Is this for real? I don't even know which assistants I have. It's actually EVP! Hey! That's you.
What? No, it's not. I'm the engineer. Whatever his name is.
But you're also the director.
No, that's not me. I told you it was you, the producer. You're the producer. That's what I said earlier.
Hey, what's going on? Oh, hey, what's going on? There we
Yeah,
go.
that
That's what it was.
voice.
Yeah.
Director, yeah, the director, that's his name.
Hey, what's the matter? Pull yourself together. Where'd that voice come from?
Suddenly, the director began to clutch at his throat and thrash around. His face was bright red, and his mouth frothed over as he struggled to breathe.
Hold him down. He's gonna knock everything over and hurt himself. Yes, sir. Is it over? What was that? Some kind of seizure? No shit. Oh, crap, he's not breathing! What? God! Call an ambulance! Oh, call an ambulance, quickly! He needs CPR! Okay! Come on, keep it together, man! The hell's going on? Oh, wait. The hell's going on here? Send the guest home, we're done!
Sayaka's usual smiling countenance had been replaced by a thin mouth and a cold sweat. There was no doubt about it. This was the influence of that spirit. And it must have been absolutely terrifying for her co-workers who'd never had contact with the spirit world before. I regretted appearing on the program. I'm so sorry. I guess I shouldn't have come.
Oh, don't be silly. You did great. She's happy again. They managed to resuscitate the director too at the hospital. And we can cut out the voice for the broadcast, but honestly, I say we leave it. I mean, it's kind of a lucky break when you think about it. I'm really grateful for your help today, though. I owe you one, so if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know. Oh, and is this... And as for Kui... Or is it... It's French. Kui Fenol? How's next week sound, huh? On the way home, Naho finally smiled. Glad to still see she had it in her. I needed to put on a happy face myself, too. I was afraid if I seemed too gloomy, it would bring Naho down, and she hadn't done anything wrong. I had to let her know how grateful I was and try to bring her spirits back up. Get it? Her spirits? The two of us parted ways on the corner, near our houses, as I needed to stop in at the convenience store for some groceries. See you later! Thanks again!
You too. Good night.
And again, she's here! Sorry, I just had to say that.
I'd never before felt such a strong, persistent spiritual presence. I had a considerable amount of power within me, and usually it was more than enough to disperse any malicious wills that dared draw near. But even with all my concentration, I'd still put Sayak and her co-workers in grave danger. They easily could have been killed by the curse. For the sake of dear Kibiki's safety, we really should have put the kibosh on our entire investigation into the Shinozaki family line a lot sooner. But it wasn't too late to call it off. As far as I knew, I was going to pull out from the Heavenly Host Elementary case altogether. I'd made up my mind. I should probably undergo a traditional spirit exorcism as soon as possible.
That's funny. The grudge comes by.
It was past 9:30, so it had been dark out for hours already, yet there wasn't a single light on in Kibiki's house. Kibiki? No signs of life. Somehow the whole house felt larger and emptier than ever before. Kibiki? Kibiki, are you sleeping? I peeked into the study, but he wasn't there, nor was he anywhere else. The house
I have a
was
heavy
deserted.
heart.
Now, Kibiki's meeting for work were always held at irregular times, so this wasn't unprecedented or anything. But the atmosphere inside just felt different somehow. There was this peculiar silence, as if no one had ever lived here in the first place. Oh, something just seemed very, very wrong. It was like someone was watching me, sneering at me. Finally, I found a note on my desk. Not the one I'd left for Kibiki this morning, but a response written in his familiar scrawl. Dear Naho, thank you for your concern. I couldn't live with myself if I exposed you to any more danger on my behalf, however. Taguchi and I have gone to Heavenly Host Elementary. We noted the way back, so please don't worry. We'll return safe and sound. And if we're successful, let's all go out for a nice meal together, okay? No! What was you? Quick.
With a sigh and a mumble, I snapped back to reality, glancing at the clock. I marveled at the fact that it was already past 9. Or 10. What the fuck? Past 10. I've been in a daze for half an hour since getting home. Craziness. Ooh, what a day. My shoulders feel like they've got lead weights on them. I couldn't have brought it back with me, right? No, there was no way. I stood from my desk. The problem was the uniform. I couldn't really relax in it. I should know better. I just needed a change. Yeah, that sounds good. I'll feel better once I get out of this uniform. God, please. Is somebody there? Please, no. I was glad no one had seen you talking to thin air like that. There was nobody else around, of course, nothing to be afraid of. It was just my imagination. I really, really need to get out of my uniform, so once again I started exchanging when... Ah! 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 Definitely not my imagination this time. There was somebody screaming outside my window, running toward my house. What? I seriously felt like I was going to break down. Maybe I already had. Opening the curtain slowly, I peered outside to see who it was. I'm not ready to look. Wait, is that Naho?
Huh?
I couldn't see her face clearly being on the second floor and all, but that was Naho, all right. She was crying like a mad woman. She looked awful.
Sayaka! Oh my god. That's not what I want to do.
What's wrong, Naho? I didn't even hear it. Oh my god! Naho?
Sayaka, it's Kabiki. Kabiki crossover.
Okay, just calm down, Naho. Tell me what happened. Where's Mr. Kabiki?
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. It's all my fault. If Kabiki were to die in there.
This was the first time I've ever seen her so incoherent. I spoke to her, and I spoke slowly and gently, trying my best to calm her down. No, please, just tell me what happened. Let me help you. Start at the beginning.
I want you to come back with me right now.
What?
Please, I'm begging you.
Tears were streaming down her face. This was a side of Naha I've never imagined could exist. There had to be a reason why she was so desperate. I agreed to follow her back to Kabiki's house, with only the concern of her well-being.
Satiko ever after. Those who perform this ritual can cross over to Heavenly House Elementary, a cursed school sealed outside our world, outside time and space. It's a locus of powerful energy, and the effect it's had on me thus far had been disturbing enough that I've decided to abandon my investigation. But before I could convey that to Kibiki, he crossed over without me, taking only Tagachi for backup. So please, Sayaka, you're my only hope at this point. Will you come with me to Heavenly Host so I can rescue Kabiki?
Lamau, who do you think I fucking am? I didn't really get any of what she was saying. Heavenly House Elementary, a cursed school? And this was all to rescue Kibiki? What was in there exactly that he needed rescuing from? The one thing I did understand is that I'd be accompanying Naho to unsafe, unfamiliar spirit world. I couldn't just casually agree to go with her. So this place I'd be going with you is dangerous then. I scare easily, you know.
Please, I can't perform the ritual by myself. You're the only person I can count on. And I swear I'll protect you no matter what.
Her face was the most disheveled I've ever seen it, and she was practically begging. I knew two sides of this girl, her cruel and collected professional persona, and her cat to my master, but this panicked exploration fit neither of them. The words I had spoken to her following our recording session suddenly popped into my head. I owe you one, so if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know.
Kabiki.
I took one more look at Naho's tear-stained face and just knew that I couldn't turn away from her in this time of need. Naho, do you really promise to protect me?
Uh-huh.
Why is she smiling? A ray of hope lit up Naho's face like a flower in the bloom, and I knew it made the right decision. Alright, then, I'm in. What are friends for, after all?
Sayaka. Thank you, Sayaka.
I just couldn't bear to see her cry like that. A face cute as hers deserved to wear a smile at all times. We'll be out for a while, right? You mind if I run back home and take care of some things before we go on?
Okay. I'll be waiting for you there, right here, butt naked.
Not a good idea. You'll catch a death of cold. Anyway, I'll be right back. She grabs food and then she eats ass.
Well, as long as Kabiki's over there, the larger the sample size for his research, the better. This is for you, man. The Shinozaki estate? We don't need that place anymore. If he's going to leave me here to spread the curse for him, that's fine. Then fine, that's just what I'll do. No hesitation, no backing down. My blog should do nicely. Let's see. In this world, there's nothing worse than parting ways with a dear friend. Some may say it's sweet sorrow.
Oh, she's typing her blog.
Oh, almost forgot this subject line. Sachiko in the ever after. Wait, no. How about Sachiko ever after? Perfect. Here's hoping for lots of hits. Oh snap.
Mom, I'm heading out.
Oh snap. The story's getting bigger. Holy frick.
Not wanting to wear her, I told her a white lie suggesting I had another recording session tonight. I'm going through a lot, going to late sessions practically every night for a while now, so it seemed perfect excuse. And sure enough, she bought it. You certainly are a hard worker, Sayaka. Just make sure you keep your energy up out there. Don't get so busy and let your blood sugar drop. Here.
Oh, it's chocolate.
She handed me a small piece of emergency chocolate. This was like a tradition in her. She'd always give me when I left, to show her support. It always reminded me that I was loved. This one in particular was bringing tears to my eyes. I must have been more scared than I thought. I'll be home as soon as I can. Thanks, Mom. Knock him dead, sweetie! I'm a great old lady.
Sachiko,
Ready?
we beg. Oh yeah. 3, 2, 1. Sachiko, we beg of you. Sachiko, we beg of you. You said it twice, right? In your head?
Shit, we're supposed to say it in your head? Yeah!
Okay, then it's time to pull this thing apart. Make sure you use your nails and don't let go.
Get it, sister!
1, 2, 3!
What the fuck?
Oh, frick.
Yeah! Something impossible was happening. We performed the ritual just as Naho instructed, and then the floor just split open and swallowed us whole. Was this a dream? Was I hallucinating? It sure felt real, though. It felt like I was being dragged into hell. My vision quickly went bright white, and my consciousness seemed to fade to black. And then... I felt dust or sand filling my mouth as I sprang to my feet, choking. What is this? Where am I? Naho?
Oops, my bad.
I was in a cold, dark room. I was in damp, clammy, and felt very much like a cave. Was this Heavenly Host Elementary Naho was telling me about? Naho! Naho? Racked with apprehension, I tried raising my voice, but barely had one to raise. I looked around, but I didn't see Naho anywhere, and there was no response. God, this can't be real, can it? I wanted to go home to forget this place ever existed, but then I realized I never asked Naho how to cross back over without her. I was stuck here. Oh. So that was my top priority. Then I absolutely had to find Naho. I'm sure she hadn't accounted for the possibility that we'd wind up in 2 different spots once we got here. But as long as I could track her down soon, I knew everything would work out. I stepped forward slowly and carefully and took a closer look at my surroundings. Oh, finally.
Oh, back in search mode. It's been a while.
Yeah. Oh shit, we're in the room where she's buried, right? That's what I think it'd be. Oh god. Those are little buckets, bro. Bomb shelter. Oh, that's what the underground thing is?
Yeah. Oh, is this where she get killed?
Probably.
I can't move around.
So you go... Girls' room, boys' room. Oh shit, we're under the thing, I forgot.
Oh. Ah, frick. Richie.
I know, I'm listening to the thing.
I feel like by the time she finishes, we're gonna die.
So who is it that stands behind me? What am I? Am I hearing things? It's a child's voice, isn't it? Maybe this really isn't an elementary school after all.
Do you even want to look? Can't
Don't go behind you, whatever you do.
Go this way.
Isn't that in front of her? I don't know.
That's freaking creepy, dude.
Yeah! Oh, it's just the lights. The lights flickered. I could swear I saw something. I can't look at this anymore. I got something up the path ahead. Hopefully just my eyes are playing tricks on me, please. Is somebody there? It's just Taguchi running. What the fuck? There's a fire. I hate fires. Ah!
Huh?
Let's just travel again. We're just trying to get. Is it the boys' room we go up or the girls' room?
We're gonna go to the boys' room. Okay, everything's the doors sealed shut.
I hate that shit.
Okay.
When the doors shut firmly, don't make sense to me. Is this a bathroom? Because I really need a shit. I'm in like a cave and there's a bathroom here. Did you hear that? Footsteps? No matter how I looked at it, nothing about this place seemed like an elementary school in any way. But there were lights on the ceiling and support beams to prevent the cave in, so it certainly wasn't a naturally formed cavern either. I mean, there wasn't even indoor plumbing down here. I hate that shit. No thank you. I actually did have to go, but there was a limit to how dirty and disgusting a bathroom stall can get before I just refused to close myself in there.
Fair enough.
Guess I'd have to hold it in. Does everybody need to pee in this goddamn... What's with... I like how she didn't even recognize the kid that's like sitting in that corner. There are skeletal remains here.
Huh.
She's not even fazed by it. It's just of a small child. Maybe she was hiding. Well, she's dead. There's a name tag attached to her jacket. Renaissance Elementary School. Mina Nishihiro.
I mean, she's not surprised because she knew what she was getting into.
Yeah, but it's a dead body, yo. So, like... you know, you'd think she'd be surprised.
Alright, I guess we just continue. Hopefully nothing's following us.
We turn around and there's that girl. I could hear voices of the children who seem to be in pain or distress.
Tuskete. Oh.
Oh, you know what?
So scary.
Is that when he like...
Death room!
Oh, that's where they died, right? Like the 3 kids?
Let's go to the death room.
Yeah, let's do it. Isn't that when, like, you know, they stabbed the bitch's eyes out or something like that? When the kid stabs the bitch's eye. She just takes a right. Oh.
Dang. I actually want to check out this hall here since it's weird.
I thought that we came from there. Did we come from there? Or did we come
No,
from
we
the
came from
storehouse?
Huh.
I don't know why they have like open walls for like nothing. You know,
Let's check
this
the
is a
walls
fucking
out.
bomb shelter, and you have open walls in random spaces. That don't make sense to me.
Thoroughly checking everything. Oh, what the...
I can hear children calling for me, hiding and goading to find them.
Oh god, I hate that.
No, I'm over here. I'm over here. Fuck off. I don't want to go to your goddamn birthday party. I can hear the voices of children playing.
It's so weird. It's like it's crawling in my ears.
I know, I hear it too. They're louder than usual.
I'm out. Screw you.
Fuck off, Janet. I don't want to go to your birthday party. Body pool.
Richie.
No more. Sorry, I was reading the top. God, what is this place? Where even am I?
It must be the school anthem. That's what I think it is, at least. Where do you want to go? The halls?
The hallway. Yeah.
Then we go to the body pool.
I'm pretty sure it's that pool where he throws all the people in there. Remember? I could hear children laughing. Among the voices, I heard a sound of a door opening somewhere nearby.
Oh,
Oh
God.
shit, that's close.
I hate it. I hate it, Richie. Richie.
Go to the other hall.
Which one? This one?
I don't care.
This is not right.
It sounds like girls mocking me in 5th grade.
Hello?
Who the fuck is that bitch? There's a fully decomposed corpse here. Oh. She's wearing a skirt, so it seems safe to assume she was a female student in life. Her name tag confirms this. Shobu University Middle School, Hinaku Meguri.
Okay. Check the
Other
one.
side. Ha 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 ha. XOXO.
Oh, what's
Lamau.
up, dude?
Looks like you, Tim. There's a foul-smelling, rotting corpse in here.
Yep, just looks exactly like me.
It does. Based on the uniform, it's probably a male high school student. But he doesn't look very relaxed.
Yeah, definitely me.
The student ID name tag is a chest. Yoaki Kima Kaimazu Karasumiya. It's like Karisuyama.
Alright, let's go to the body pool.
Oh, you got the other side hall, man.
What do you mean?
There's you got a little up portion.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you can't even go there. Go up.
You mean up
hall.
top? You that's what you wanted to search for it?
Yeah, should have gone there first.
Uh,
And one of the doors down there opened, so. Oh fuck! Scared the shit out of me. There's everything deceased corpse here. Her hands are outstretched as if she was trying to desperately dig her way through the wall. The student ID on tag on her uniform. That's a new school. It's Komashiro High Trade School. Says sexy Hagiwara. I want to say Seski because I think that would be
Alright,
a little bit more traditional. Death room.
Death room.
It's either death room or boys room, so one or the other. Because we already checked the other room.
Let's go to the death room.
Since it's blue now, and not gray. I didn't think this place could get any darker, but this room proved me wrong. It was completely and utterly devoid of all light. My only indication as to its size was the bloop bloop sound of dripping water from somewhere inside. And based on the echo, it didn't seem too big. I was perfectly content to leave it at that, honestly, but I couldn't, because I knew Naho might have been in here, seized with fear and panic. She usually kept a cool head, sure, but I'd just seen what she looked like when she didn't, and I worried the hell out of me, so I had to know. Naho? No response. Not that I heard anyway. That dripping wasn't very loud, but it echoed through enough where it could be conceivably obscure the sound of a person's voice. As long as I kept the door to this room open, though, the pale light of the corridor would filter in and I'd be able to see the exit. It may not have been illuminated much, but at least I'd be able to find my way out in a pinch. So I swallowed my fear and walked into the darkness. Ugh, gross. What was that smell? It stinks to high heavens. Is something rotting in here? Ugh. Ew. What spilled? It's all over my leg!
Again.
Without thinking, I smacked my hand against my leg to see if I knocked whatever stuck to it. What is that? The metallic smell was so thick I almost couldn't breathe. Was it blood? Did I just wipe blood into my hand? No, it couldn't be. I got a sudden itch on my thigh, so I impulsively reached down there to scratch it. In doing so, a small rice-sized bead stuck into the ball of my finger, but in this all-consuming darkness, I had no way to tell what it was.
What?
I felt an awful lot like a grain of rice, though, even smushing my hand, bearing it when I needed it between my thumb and forefinger. What is this thing? Skin? For my thigh? Crap, I hope not. The lights. Oh god, what is this place? The source of horrible smell was suddenly clear. The room was absolutely drenched from wall to wall. The ceiling to the floor. The blood was viscous and viscera. How many gallons of blood must there have been? Coat the entire room. And the worst part was none of it was dry. It was all wet and it was all fresh. There was indistinguishable chunks of flesh and bone everywhere. What kinds of twisted things was this room being used for? Ah! Huh? I scratched my itching thigh again with my finger, then looked at my legs, and all at once my blood ran cold. What? Ah! Ah! Someone's calling me!
Okay, you take that.
Ah! That was not important.
Okay. Oh my god.
A swarm of little white bugs were wriggling around on both my legs.
Oh my god.
That's what I squished between my fingers, but there were many, many more, and they were also on my skirt and on my socks, even inside my shoes. Ah! Ah! I fell into a state of total panic and threw off my shoes and began frantically brushing myself off with my arms. I grabbed the hem of my skirt and the collars of my socks and shook the hell out of them, trying to knock as many bugs off as I possibly could. Ah! That was really bad. Ah! I'm just gonna start crying. Something around it actually planted the heel of my sock into a murky puddle of red liquid. My mind went blank and went with disgust. Gross, 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 gross. I just got this dry cleaned. I can't take this anymore. Oh, damn. Calm down, Sayaka. It's just a slaughterhouse. This was just a place where livestock was chopped up into meat. Chopped. It was perfectly natural. There was nothing unusual about this room at all. The blood, the chunks of flesh and bone, probably all just from animals. Damn, that's a lot of blood. Think they poured that shit? What? Filthy publics littered to the room. Each one was stuffed with reddish black globs of meat, quivering yellow and white liquid, and most of them femur-like bones adorned to the surface. But one of them seemed to be far more horrid stew than the others.
Stew.
And that's because one of them was full of arms, human arms, several of them jutting above the bucket lip, frantically and waving at passerbys. Ah! Screams are strange beasts because they basically override all sense of logic and reason within a person's mind. Quite naturally, quite automatically, in my shock, a scream forced its way out from inside my body, from the very pit of my stomach. My senses have become razor sharp. I can faintly hear footsteps approaching from the hall outside the room. My stomach tightened, stopping the next scream in my throat. I was sure of it. In the corridor, just outside this room, someone or something was coming this way, and judging by the sound of it, I wasn't sure it was Naho. Can you give me another image besides this one? Another scream threatened to slip out. I quickly stifled it. The last thing I needed was to give away my position. Welcome to Valorant. Don't give away your position. Whoever this was getting closer and closer, I had to act. The hallway outside was just a straight shot, so escaping the room without being seen wasn't an option. Hiding was my only hope. But hiding where? Under the table.
the table. There you go.
Would I really be okay under the table? It's not the best choice, but I guess there really weren't too many other options. Either way, I couldn't afford to hesitate at a time like this. I had to follow my instincts. The last time she hid under the table. We hid under the table. I don't know why I sniffed. The fuck? Fortunately, the table was pretty low to the ground, so I did have some cover there. Nonetheless, I prayed for the footsteps to pass by without coming in. But then the person making those footsteps was probably the same person who turned on the light in here, so I didn't honestly hold out much hope. Rapidly, my thoughts grew darker. Worst case scenarios began flashing through my mind, one after another. I grasped my quivering mouth, violently shaking. Shoulders in vain attempt to calm myself down. I clenched my eyes shut, willed myself to swallow any sounds that threatened to leak out. No, please help me. What was happening?
I don't know.
That was the sound of a girl in pain. The man apparently dropped someone onto the table, and she was either injured or being injured.
I don't know.
It hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts.
I don't know. I'm trying to.
I could hear an unearthly scream from the other side of the table above me. My body became rigid. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Richie, what the frick?
Sorry. Pant, whimper. Oh no. Crap, if he bent down to pick it up, he'd see me for sure. I want him to see her. Gra-ta-ta-ta! Eek! Oh, she screamed. And I'm dead. He was a very strange, horrifying creature. He seemed not quite human, but not quite really anything else either. And whatever he was, I was scared to death of him. Giant man. It went from question mark to man to giant man. On second thought, maybe he was human. He just had a grotesque face and abnormal large body, not to mention a zombie-like disposition. He was horrifying. I feared as much as for my life as any human being can. I was frightened, afraid, terrified. There's no word strong enough. Let me go! I was flailing my arms and legs, doing everything I possibly could to break free from its grip, but this man was strong as an ox. He wasn't letting go. I was fairly certain that he could crush my throat with his bare hands if he wanted to. Just kidding, sorry. Somebody, anybody, no! Mommy! Auga! Auga! The man drew up my neck and violently threw me toward the center of the room. It was almost as if he was proving my hypothesis about the tissues and bones in the throat scraped together with a sickening, unnatural sound. I grasped for air. My trachea was in pieces. I could feel my conscience drifting away. I think we're done.
Yup.
I think we picked the wrong choice. Cough.
Ah!
I wasn't sure why, but then he said he let out a blood-curdling moan and beeline toward the room's only exit. As he ran down, he turned around and slammed his hand into the heavy iron door and began slowly lurching closed.
Huh.
Wait! I was locked in. I knew it right away. I ran toward the door as best I could manage, but I already knew I wasn't able to get out and open again. Wait, please help me!
Wait, I don't know who this is.
Wait. Huh? The girl I heard screaming was strapped onto the surface of a now overturned table, dangling helplessly. Oh, it's dangling up? You turn.
Please help.
I don't know who this is. I was just trying to figure it out.
God, no, open! Open, god damn it, you fuck ass! Oh!
It hurts. It hurts.
Days pass. I couldn't even begin to guess how many. Oh my god,
What
is
the
this how she
frick?
dies? Is this how she dies? No light ever returned to the blood-drenched, pitch-black room. And then the girl I was trapped hadn't said a word for a long time. Not surprised, she's probably dead. I knew it smelled in here. I knew it was cold, and I knew it was in pain, but I couldn't sense any of it anymore. Was I alive? Was I dead? That was hell's like that. I wasn't sure if it even mattered. I just wanted to leave that room. Somebody please let me out.
Jesus
God.
Christ, that's how she dies?
She dies forever stuck in that room.
Wrong end 1? Nice.
1! Purgatory. Yes.
That's
Skip to option. Skip to option. Inside the
cabin.
cabin now. Footsteps were approaching fast. I ran over to the large cabinet on the other side of the room. Please open! Ah! And a body falls out. The doors opened without difficulty, but they were sort of automatically closed when I left left unattended. Oh well, no time for second guessing now. I turned around, jammed myself end first into the closet, grabbing the edges of the closing doors with my fingers and pulling them all. For all my worth.
I spilled.
You spilled water? That's all I got for you. Shrinking my body into the cramped closet, I prayed silently for the footsteps to pass by this room. But then the person making those footsteps was probably the same person who turned on the lights. Yep, I got that. Yep, I got that. Yep, I got that. Yep, I got that. Yep, I got that too.
Oh,
Oh no. I peeked through the gap in my door. The fears were no longer alone in this room. Oh,
That's already Giant Man. Look at that. We didn't have to wait for that.
oh god.
That's it.
The thing was in here with me. It was horrible, nasty, ugly. He seemed not quite human. Why? Because I don't think he is. Not really anything else either. And whatever he was, I was scared to death of him. I've already read this. Panta Panta. On second thought, maybe he was human. Next one. He had the limp body of a girl tossed over his shoulder. I wonder if it's like... Oh, I forgot for her name. I don't remember her name. Yeah, I got that.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, wait, is it that one girl in the brown dress?
Prove I know.
Remember that one girl in the brown dress that we helped that shouldn't be alive?
Why would she be alive now?
Because she wasn't supposed to be alive. Because we were changing something, remember? Because that's how we saved her. We saved her from dying her other death or something. I don't know. Letting out a moan of agony, she came to. My god, she was still alive.
Ah! Ah! It hurts! It hurts! It hurts! It hurts! It hurts! It hurts!
Her legs had been severed at the... It is the girl!
Oh my god.
Remember the girl that...
Oh my god,
was with
what the frick?
Yeah.
What time is this, Al?
What time is what?
What time is this? Like, when is this happening?
Oh, the time periods?
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because if she got killed at that time, that means that must be around the same time that the future people entered. What the
Oh, right,
frick?
shit.
That's so weird.
Yeah, that is creepy.
What the
Oh shit,
frick?
that scared the fuck out of me.
Oh.
I don't know if his mouth is open or those are just his lips. Oh, those are just his lips.
The man. Oh.
The man straddled the girl, whoa, and tied both her arms into metal restraints attached to the table. This is kinky. No, what was he planning to do to her?
Step bro! No, what are you doing?
I didn't hear that. Whimper!
I already said my line for that one. I'm just gonna go back.
Oh, look, I like that part. I like when people say, He was coming this way. No, 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 please, no. Me too. Whimper. The man passed right by a standing closet, instead turning his attention toward the nearby corner of the room where he began rummaging through a toolbox. Looking for a saw. He was utterly careless about it, tossing aside any tools that he didn't need, hammers, drills, and clanging on the ground with some sliding under the table. Each time a tool fell, he'd bend down to scoop it up if he had hidden under the table. I absolutely would have been found just now. Really? Before long, he pulled out a large pair of pliers, returned to the girl's side, once again stepped onto the table, straddled into her body. And now she's dead.
Holy frick!
What was he gonna do with those exactly? Follow her eyes? Oh, cut her tongue? Wordlessly, the enormous beast clamped down on the squirming girl's cheek and squeezed with all his might. Cut her mouth open. Oh, it's go. Then, as far as I was able to determine from my vantage point, he'd forced her mouth open and shoved the pliers inside.
Yep, he's grabbing the tongue.
He readjusted his grip on the handle, then skillfully began opening the two metal prongs while simultaneously pushing them down her throat.
Oh my god.
No, stop! Why is she saying something? Finally grasping the girl's tongue with his pliers, the man suddenly yanked upward with a single powerful movement, tearing it from her mouth. Imagine that pain, man. That hurts like shit. Whimper, inside my mind. I heard the sound of her mouth frothing over, and after a moment of squirming, all her movements ceased completely, because she choked on her blood. And her throat was being partially cut out. That's when I lost it. Tears were streaming down my face, and I began peeing myself uncontrollably. Urine was pulling on the long bottom. Shit.
Gross.
Shit, she's gonna get noticed. No, stop. I frantically contracted my stomach, forcing myself to stop peeing. If it leaked out from here, I gave my position away. I'd be gone for sure. My stomach immediately fraught this sudden denial with painful cramp. Please, please don't do this now. At least pee when you're running. The man tossed up the severed tongue onto the aluminum bucket at his feet, then roughly threw the pliers into a pool box with an ear-splitting clatter. He grabbed the bucket containing the tongue and slowly disappeared from the room.
Sorry.
Somebody had just died out here. I was in shock of what I literally scared the piss out of me. I didn't think that could happen. I had to get out of this room if I stayed here until he came back, and if you found my hiding place, I could easily be the next one to die on that table. What are you adjusting? Oh. Slowly and shakily I opened the cabinet doors and re-emerged. Where'd the body go?
Holy frick!
It was her! I told you. Oh my god. That's all she says. The girl was still on board, and she almost looked like alive, albeit gravely wounded. But her mannequin-like lack of emotion whatsoever said it all.
Jesus Christ.
Stared at the fresh corpse, just felt so many conflicting emotions about this inside me. I exited the room, fighting back more screams from the pit of my stomach. Seemed insistent on coming out.
That's
I like that. That was good. No, no, what is this place? If I'm dreaming, somebody wake me up, please. Fuck it. Wake me up, wake me up, wake me up, pinch me. I knew it wasn't a dream. I accepted that this place was real, even though I differed greatly from it in reality. No, what? Sorry. My phone vibrated, I think. No, before. My brain was quickly nearing its breaking point, and stupefying fog clouded my mind circuits. Mine too. No, no, help me, please. Why'd she start screaming? Stupid bitch.
He turns the corner like, oh, there really is somebody here.
Yeah, he just turns around. Days pass in the sweltering
frick?
isolated bunker. I couldn't even say how many. My cell phone battery ran out after a while, and my watch died too. I was lost completely, but I never stopped looking for Naho. She can't leave. I hadn't eaten anything, I hadn't drunk anything, and I've slept so many times. I couldn't even begin to estimate how long I've been trapped here. The chocolate my mom gave me was still in my pocket, but I couldn't bring myself to eat it. I felt like it represented an important bond between me and her.
Okay. Brrr.
Our friendship will last forever. It will never die.
Brrr.
Naho.
Oh,
Save me, please.
holy Jesus Christ. Oh god, it got pixelated. What
Huh?
the heck?
Yummy.
That is messed up.
So no matter what, she actually never left the bunker. But she died. She died. It's what she deserves. No, it doesn't. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We
Is
cleared
Melody
it.
watching this? Who's Melody?
My melody.
Holy frick, that's the end of the chapter. Christ, man. Well, Jesus. So that was Shangri-La? That was the fourth chapter of Book of Shadows.
We have 4 more to go.
Well, I don't know what blood drive is, because we can always access that. But that was an interesting thing. We got more backstory behind Naho and her putting up the thing in her blog. So that, like the Tsuchiko Ever After in a blog. So then now the people in the future, our people in the future, will go and read it and perform the charm that they think is a charm, and then they get sent to this place.
So Naho went with her, but was never able to find her.
Yeah, apparently.
That's fucking sucks, man.
Yeah, yeah, she went with Naho.
Because she at that point she was being haunted, but then she was also innocent.
So there was no point for her to come to the place at all.
Yeah. Well, Naho got there, and we would have been trapped there if Naho wasn't there. You know, the main people that we played with.
Yeah, no, but like, the whatever face Sayaka, she didn't have to come at all, like at all. Her death was, there was no point to her death, because she was stuck in that place forever. She was stuck for a place in the rest of her life, and then she got killed without ever finding Naho.
Damn.
There's no point for her to come at all. Naho could have just went by herself if she knew that was gonna happen. Of course, like, foresight is 2020. That's crazy, dude. So yeah, after the last episode, Encounter, that was definitely a change of pace, but like it's still kind of slow. It's not like it's still leading up to what could happen. And I'm just curious. I'm more so curious about what's gonna happen with our group, like our big group, because we now know that there's no way you can escape death. Like if you've died before, you're gonna die again, but worse.
If you die, if you died in there, yeah.
If you died in there
Well,
already, you're gonna
die.
die
I was gonna
worse
say
than
dying only happens once. You're gonna die again.
So that makes me curious about the other deaths. We only got the backstory for Miss Yui, but we haven't seen her death yet. I wonder
Yeah,
what
because she
that's
fell
gonna
into a hole.
be. Then
last
we gotta
time we
see the
checked.
nerd die, because we didn't even see his death.
Yeah, we kind of just left without him. Nobody cared about him anyway.
He just died without anybody seeing it, or maybe he didn't die. He's just gone.
No, nobody cared about him. That's fine.
Nobody cared about him. Well, they're probably gonna give him a backstory anyways. I don't know. Anyways, that was Corpse Party Book of Shadows. That was well, for us it's episode 6, but for this game that was chapter 4. Very fun thing. It's been a bit since we've done Corpse Party, but we're back now, and we're gonna try to do it as often as possible. We're probably gonna be going over and streaming on my second channel afterwards, because I don't know, I'm kind of down to play some other games. I don't know about Richie. Richie, how you feeling about that?
I'm feeling a little bit gay today.
What does that mean?
I'm just feeling a little bit gay today.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
I feel a little bit gay today.
Richie, okay, we'll talk about it after Richie. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night, and stay tuned for more content coming your way.